door, as well as two out front. We also have a children's show called Kid Frankenstein, and it's on every Saturday at 11 and 1:30 during the month of October, as well as a 2 o'clock matinee on October 19th. Season tickets are available at the box office, or you can go to the website, which is companyonstage.org. It's on the front window if you should forget it or want to write it down later. Please silence your phones. Do not take any pictures or any video, of course. And we'd also like to take a moment to thank our season and show sponsors, HEB, Vintage Underwriters, Westbury Area Improvement Corporation, Gulf Coast Claims Services, Minuteman Press Bel Air. Company on Stage is a non-profit community theater, not supported by ticket sales alone. And if you would like to donate, there's information in the lobby. Company on Stage also is an all-volunteer organization. From the front house, volunteers, the ones who greet you, cast members, everyone. If you would like to become part of the organization, please ask any one of the volunteers out there. All right? Now, enjoy the show.
That's right, Edith. Yes, sir. Now, go and fetch the ice bucket. Yes, sir. Did you manage to get the ice out of those little tin trays? Yes, sir. I have a bit of a struggle, though, but it's all right. Did you fill those little trays up again with water? Yes, sir. Very good, Edith. You're making giant strides. Yes, sir. Madam Cotty, Mrs. Conroy, and I will have our dinner in here. We'll have our coffee in here. Mr. Conroy and Dr. Bradman will have theirs in the dining room. Is that quite clear? Yes, sir. Now, when setting dinner, do try to remember to do things calmly and methodically. Yes, sir. As you're not in the Navy, it is necessary to do everything at the double. Very good, then. Now, go get the ice. Yes, sir. Not to run, Edith. Yes, sir.
No sign of the advancing hordes?
Not yet.
No what?
Oh, it's coming. Trying to discourage Edith from being quite so fleet of foot. You mustn't mind if things are a bit slow motion tonight.
I shall welcome it. The last few days have been extremely agitating. What do you suppose induced Agnes to leave us and go and get married?
The reason was becoming increasingly obvious, dear.
Yes, but in these days nobody thinks anything of that sort of thing. She could have popped into the college hospital, had it, and popped out again.
Her social life wouldn't seriously undermine.
We must keep Edith in the house more.
That's right, Edith. Put it down on the table. Yes, sir.
I left my cigarette case on my dressing table. Edith, would you get it for me?
Yes, sir.
There now.
You took her by surprise.
Dry martini, I think, don't you?
Yes, darling. Though I imagine Madame Arcotti would like something sweeter tonight.
We'll have this one for ourselves, anyhow.
Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
I just have a feeling that this evening is going to be awful.
Well, be funny, not awful.
Whatever you do, you must promise not to catch my eye. If I giggle, and I'm very likely to, it'll ruin everything.
You mustn't. You must be dead serious. If possible, a little intense. Can't hurt the old girl's feelings, however funny she may be.
But why the Brandons, darling? He's just as skeptical as we are. He'll probably say the most dreadful things.
I warned him. We couldn't have the vicar and his wife because A, they're dreary, and B, they probably wouldn't have approved it at all. It had to be the Bradmans. We need at least 3 people. Thank you, Edith. Steady does it.
Yes, sir.
Must make her walk about with a book on her head like they do in deportment lessons. know.
Oh, how extraordinary it is.
What?
I don't know. Being at the beginning of something, it gives one an odd feeling.
Remember how I got the idea for Light Goes Out?
Seeing that haggard, rattled woman in the hotel at Biarritz? Of course I remember. We sat up half the night talking about it.
She certainly came in very handy. I wonder who she was.
Or if she ever knew. I mean, if she ever recognized that version of herself. Poor thing. Here's to her, anyhow.
Have another.
Oh, darling, it's most awfully strong.
Never mind.
Used Elvira to help you? When you were thinking things out, I mean?
Every now and then, when she concentrated. But she didn't concentrate very often.
I do wish I'd known her.
I wonder if you'd have liked her.
Oh, I'm sure I should. As you speak of her, she sounds enchanting. Yes, I'm sure I should have liked her. You know, I've never for an instant felt the least jealous of her. That's a good sign.
Poor Elvira.
Does it still hurt when you think of her?
Well, not really. Sort of wish it did. I feel rather guilty.
I wonder if I die before you grow tired of me, if you forget me so soon.
What a horrible thing to say.
Oh, I think it's interesting.
Well, to begin with, I haven't forgotten Elvira. I remember her very distinctly indeed. I remember how fascinating she was, and how maddening. I remember her gay charm when she'd achieved her own way over something, and extreme acidity when she didn't. I remember how badly she played all games, and how cross she got when she didn't win. I remember her physical attractiveness, which was tremendous. And her spiritual integrity, which was nil.
You can't remember something that was nil.
I remember how morally untidy she was.
Was she more physically attractive than I am?
That is a very tiresome question, dear. Fully deserves the wrong answer.
You really are very sweet.
Thank you.
And a little naive, too.
Why?
Because you imagine that I'm mine, that you find her more physically attractive than I am.
I should imagine any woman would mind. If it were true. Or perhaps I'm old-fashioned in my view of female psychology.
Not exactly old-fashioned, darling. Just a bit didactic.
How do you mean?
Because it's didactic to attribute to one type the defects of another type. For instance, you know perfectly well that Elvira would mind terribly if you found another woman more attractive physically than she was. Does not necessarily follow that I should. Elvira is a more physical person than I. Of that I'm certain. It's all a question of degree.
I love you, my love.
I know you do. But not even the wildest stretch of imagination would consider this the first fine, careless rapture.
Would you like it to be?
Good God, no.
Wasn't that a shade too vehement?
We are neither of us adolescent, Charles. And we've neither of us lived exactly prim lives, have we? We've both been married before. Careless rapture at this stage would be incongruous and embarrassing.
I hope I haven't been in any way a disappointment, dear.
Don't be so idiotic.
After all, your first husband was a great deal older than you, wasn't he? Shouldn't like you to think that you missed out all along the line.
There are moments, Charles, where you go too far.
Sorry, darling.
As far as waspish female psychology goes, there's a strong vein in it in you.
I've heard that said about Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar's neither here nor there.
He may be, for all we know. We'll ask Madame Arcati.
Awfully irritating when you're determined to be witty at all costs. Almost supercilious.
That's exactly what Elvira used to say.
Not at all surprised. I never imagined, physically triumphant as she was, that she was entirely lacking in perception.
Darling Ruth.
Here you go again.
As I think I mentioned before, I love you, my love.
Poor Elvira.
Did that light comradely kiss mollify you at all?
You're very annoying, you know you are. When I said poor Elvira, I meant it from the heart. You must be bewildered her so horribly.
Don't I ever bewilder you at all?
Never for an instant. I know every trick.
All I can say is we better get a divorce immediately.
Put my glass down, there's a darling.
She certainly had great talent for living. Pity she died so young.
Poor Elvira.
That remark is getting monotonous.
Poor Charles, then.
That's better.
Later on, poor Ruth, I expect.
You really ought to have a little faith, Ruth.
I know you don't like life without faith.
Life without faith is an arid business.
Oh, how beautifully you put things. I died, how long it would be before you married again.
You won't die. You're not the dying sort.
Neither was Elvira.
Oh, yes, she was. Now that I look back on it, she had a certain ethereal, not quite of this world quality. Nobody could call you even remotely ethereal.
Nonsense. She was of the earth, earthy.
Well, she is now, anyhow.
You know, that's the kind of observation that shocks people.
It's discouraging to think how many people are shocked by honesty and how few try to see it.
Write that down. You might forget it.
You underrate me.
Anyhow, it was a question of bad taste more than honesty.
I was devoted to Elvira. We were married for 5 years. She died. That was 7 years ago. I missed her very much. I have now, with your help, my love, risen above the whole thing.
Admirable. Oh, tragedy should darken our lives, I still say with prophetic foreboding. Poor Ruth.
It's probably the Bragnons.
Could be Madame McCarthy.
No, she'll come on a bicycle. She always goes everywhere on her bicycle.
It really is very spirited of the old girl.
Shall I get it, or shall I let Edith have a fling?
Hold it, Louis. Let's see what happens.
Perhaps you didn't hear.
She's probably on one knee in free sprinting position, waiting for Cook to open the kitchen door.
Steady, Edith.
Yes, sir. Doctor and Mrs. Brahman.
We're not late, are we? I only got back from the hospital about half an hour ago.
Of course not. Madame McCarthy isn't here yet.
No, that must have been her we passed coming down the hill. I said I thought it was.
Well, then she won't be long. I'm so glad you were able to come.
We've been looking forward to it. I really am quite excited.
I guarantee that Violet will be good. I made her promise.
There wasn't any need. I'm absolutely thrilled. I've only seen Madame Arcati 2 or 3 times in the village. I mean, I've never seen her do anything peculiar, if you know what I mean.
Dry martini?
Oh, by all means.
She certainly is a strange woman. I was playing chats remarking the vicars about seeing up in the knoll on Midsummer's Eve, dressed in sort of Indian robes that made me realize she was psychic at all. Then I began to make inquiries. Apparently, she's been a professional in London for years.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, anybody doing it as a profession.
I believe it's very lucrative.
Do you believe in it, Mrs. Condamine? Do you think there's anything really genuine about it at all?
No, I'm afraid I don't think so. Though I do find it interesting how easily people allow themselves to be deceived.
But she must believe in it herself, mustn't she? Or is the whole business a fake?
I suspect the worst. A real professional charlatan. That's what I'm hoping for, anyhow. The character I'm planning for my book must be a complete imposter. Anything else in the book would be a flop.
What exactly are you hoping to get from her?
Jargon, principally, a few of the tricks of the trade. I haven't been to a seance for years. I want to refresh my memory.
So it's not entirely new to you.
Oh no, when I was a small boy, an aunt of mine used to come and visit. She'd imagined herself to be a medium. Used to go through the most elaborate trances after dinner. Fascinated my mother.
Oh, was she convinced?
Oh no. My mother just loved making a fool of them. She naturally disliked them.
I gather there were never any tangible results.
Oh, sometimes she didn't do so badly. On one occasion, we're all gathered round in the pitch dark with my mother groping away from chaminade at the piano. Suddenly my aunt gave a shrill scream, said she saw a small black dog by my chair. Suddenly someone turned on the lights, and sure enough, there it was.
Oh, but how extraordinary.
It's obviously a stray that had come in off the street. But I took my hat off to Auntie for producing, or rather for utilizing it. Even Mother was a bit shaken.
What happened to it?
It lived with us for years.
I sincerely hope Madame Arcadi doesn't produce any livestock. We've so very little room in this house.
Oh, do you think she tells fortunes? Oh, I love having my fortune told.
I expect so.
Oh, I was once told on the pier of the South Sea that I was surrounded by lilies and a golden 7. It worried me for days.
We really must all be serious, you know, and pretend we believe implicitly. Otherwise, she won't play.
Also, she might really mind. It would be cool to upset her.
I shall be as good as gold.
Have you ever attended the doctor? Professionally, I mean.
Yes. She had influenza in January. She's only been here just over a year. I must say, she was singularly unsightly then. I always understood she was more of an authoress.
Oh, yes, we originally met as colleagues at one of Mrs. Wilmot's Sunday evenings in Sandgate.
What sort of books does she write?
Two sorts. Rather whimsical children's stories about enchanted woods filled with highly conventional flora and fauna, and enthusiastic biographies of minor royalties. Very sentimental, reverent, and extremely funny.
Here she is.
She knows, doesn't she, about tonight? You're not going to spring it on her.
Of course, it was all arranged last week. I told her how profoundly interested I was in anything to do with the occult. She blossomed like a rose.
I really do feel quite nervous. So we're going to make a speech.
You don't need to, darling.
I left my bag up against very good books. It will be perfectly all right if no one touches it.
Madam McCarthy, how nice of you to come all this
I'm
way.
afraid I'm rather late. I have a simple settlement that I was going to have a puncture. So I went back to get my house, but they did not have a puncture. Oh.
Perhaps you will on the way home.
Dr. Bradman, I want you a gentle hand.
Ah, Madam McCarthy, it's nice to see you looking so well again. This is my wife.
Oh, we are old friends. We meet coming out of shows. Oh, if it is a dry martini? Yes. If it is a concoction? No. I have learned to be very wary of concoctions.
It is a dry martini.
Couldn't be better. It was wonderful bicycling through the woods this evening. I was beckoned by bird song.
It's been lovely all day.
But the evening's the time, mark my words. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers.
Tiring bicycling everywhere.
Oh, on the contrary, it stimulates me. I was getting rather sedentary in that little flat in London with the dim lights, you know. They had to be dim, you know, the clients expect it.
I must say, I find bicycling very exhausting.
Oh, no, steady rhythm, that's what counts. And once you get the hang of it, you need never look back. Off you get and away you go.
But those hills, Madame Arcadi, pushing up those awful hills.
Oh, no. And neck again. Down with your head, up with your heart, and you're over the top like a flash and skimming down the other side like a dragonfly. This is the best dry martini I've had for years.
Will you have another?
Yes. You know, you're a genius. Anyone can write a book. It takes a real genius to make a dry martini that's dry enough.
Are you writing anything nowadays, Madam McCarthy?
Oh, yes, every morning, regular as clockwork, 7 to 1.
Is it a novel or a memoir?
It's the children's book. It is about, mostly about little forest animals. The hero is a mosquito. I had to give up my memoir of Princess Gagliardani because she died in April. I was speaking to her about it the other day, and she implored me to go on with it, but I haven't the heart.
You spoke to her about it the other day?
Yes, of course, to my control. She was very irritable.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? I mean, anybody in the spirit world being irritable, one can hardly imagine it, can one?
We have no reliable guarantee that the afterlife will be any less exasperating than this one, have we?
Oh, Mr. Condamine, how can you?
It's dreadfully ignorant of me not to know, but who was Princess Gagliardani?
Oh, she was originally a Jewess from Odessa of quite a remarkable beauty. It was an agreed upon fact that people would stand on the chairs of railway stations to watch her whiz by.
She was a keen traveler?
In her younger years, yes. She married a Mr. Clark of the consular service and settled down for a while.
How did she become Princess Gagliardani?
That was years later. Old Mr. Clark passed over and left her penniless with 2 strapping girls.
How unpleasant.
So there was nothing for it but to follow the beckoning finger of adventure and take to the road again. So off she went, bag and baggage to Vladivostok.
What an extraordinary place to go.
Oh no, she had cousins there. A few years later, she met old Paliotani who was returning from his secret mission in Japan. He was immediately taken by her beauty and very quickly afterwards married her. After that, her life became very interesting.
I would hardly have described it as dull before.
What happened to the girls?
She neither saw nor spoke to them for 23 years.
How extraordinary.
Oh, no. She was always very erratic emotionally.
Dinner is served, Mom. Oh, thank you, Edith. Shall we?
No red meat, I hope.
Dirty beets. I don't think it'd be very red. Would you rather have an egg or something?
No, thank you. I just make it a habit never to eat red meat before I work. It's an odd effect.
What sort of effect?
Anyway, if it isn't very red, it won't matter, but just risk it.
Oh, Mrs. Brown. Madam McCarthy will be on Charles's right.
What?
Are you filming the production?
No.
Please have your phone in your pocket, please.
Yeah. Alright. He's good. What?